Howdy, folks. My name is Marble, and my pronouns are she, her.
Hi, my name is Ray, and my pronouns are he, him.
And I'm Mars, and my pronouns are they, them. And we just went through a crucible.
More like dark of friendship.
Is anyone else on the crux of crying?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Okay.
So, this is a podcast where each week we review episodes of a anime that is based on a real-life game. And this week we're talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 1, episodes 22, 23, and 24, Face Off. Or The Duel of Destiny, Yugi versus Kaiba.
Or my wig.
Or Ray's wig.
Oh.
Oh, God. So that episode.
Really?
Yeah.
So we were super hyped and into the first two, and the last 5 minutes of part 3 really hit us hard, huh?
Yeah. We gotta dial this back.
A lot happened in the third episode.
Yeah. We gotta dial this back.
I don't know if I can process that yet. Let's start from the first episode.
We gotta start from the start.
Okay. Game face off.
Game face high ground.
Face off. Game face high ground.
Game face high ground. Episode 1.
Okay. Alright.
What happened?
Alright. Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. Alright.
Now that's what I call oof.
No, that's what I call a
20, 23 through 25.
Alright, so there's a lot that happens, but it feels like it's more manageable in this episode than with other ones in terms of the amount of stuff.
Yeah.
Because everything happens at a pretty slow pace.
Yeah. It's not like a complete attack of the system until the end.
Yeah. So it begins with Kaiba and Pegasus having a conversation, pretty much just bookending the last episode. That's not the right word.
Yeah, moments after Mokuba's soul is stolen by Pegasus, we meet up back with them, and Pegasus it's basically just the second. We got the first half of the conversation last time, and now we're getting the second half.
Yep, win this duel and you'll face me. Sorry, win this duel against Yugi and you'll face me.
Or you'll never see Mokuba again, you troglodyte.
Pegasus, I'll beat you.
Not as you are, smelly boy.
Pegasus gives Kaiba 5 star chips.
Yep.
Which is unfair, because most people only got 2.
Yeah.
It's true. Well, he went through moral challenges to gain his star chips.
I suppose. He did have to hack a sassy computer, to drop a satellite on
and
an
fight
island.
thugs with fingers.
Yeah.
Basically just the Pegasus's whole thing is, hey, beat Yugi, and then if you do, you can duel me, and if you beat me, then I'll release Mokuba's spirit. Which is just
such a chill thing for him to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it isn't.
I know. It isn't. It really isn't.
I have the soul of your kid brother, NBD.
NBD.
Non-binary dragon.
Ooh,
that's fun. Let's explore that instead of talking about the episode.
We can talk about non-binary dragons another time. It's a thing.
No.
What are some good examples of non-binary dragons?
I don't know. Do you remember Dragon Tales? I'm sure there was some in there.
Oh,
I do remember Dragon Tales.
Zack and Wheezy.
Zack and Wheezy were non-binary. Wow,
it's true.
Icons.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
They say 2 heads are better than 1.
It's true.
Okay, so...
or I guess in this case 3.
Elsewhere, Yuki and the gang are coming out of the tunnel system that they were trapped in, and Taya has this thought of hey, it's kind of weird that there's 2 Yugs, right?
One of them grows 2 feet taller and
lectures people about justice and honesty.
Yeah, he gives people lectures and also looks like a supervillain.
Mm-hmm. And then the other one trips over nothing.
Yeah. Well, she's still not recognizing that there's a visual difference between the two of them. She's just it's like there are 2 Yugis. Weird.
And then,
but she only analyzes their personality, despite, like, in her mind, you see, like, the two silhouettes float past, and one of them is very clearly taller.
Yes. And then she thinks about her friendship times Yugi. Something we very much needed was backstory on Taya.
Yeah, we got a little bit of backstory on Taya. Basically, and this is, I believe, at least because I've seen this is based on an episode of season 0.
That makes sense.
But like I've seen that episode, and I don't think this is exactly what happens in it.
Well, you know.
But whatever. It doesn't really matter.
What happens?
And also, I think maybe season 0 happened after the season 1 in terms of like production. So I don't know. Doesn't matter.
But what happens in this extended flashback?
Yeah, it is a pretty long flashback detailing back before this is I guess of the flashbacks we've had, this is after the flashback of how Joey and Tristan used to bully Yugi, and then they became friends after Yugi stood up for them. This is after that. Yugi and Joey are already friends, but they're not friends with Taya yet.
And they go to a burger joint.
They go to a burger joint called Burger Palooza.
And the first thing they see is Taya.
Taya's there, greeting, which is not a sort of thing that waitresses usually do, of doing like a pose at the entrance to greet people into their burger joint.
Do you not do that when you serve people, Mars, at your Burger Palooza joint?
No, well, at my burger joint, and I know we've all got our own burger joints, but at my burger joint that I run, all of the wait staff, they are all dressed like big animal mascots, and
fun!
Just knock into tables all the time.
I don't like that.
With their big tails, yeah.
And they do chase you through the darkened halls of the restaurant at the end of your meal.
I don't like the idea of Burger Palooza mascots chasing you through dark hallways.
Then don't eat there, Ray. Okay, and I don't know what to tell you.
Just to assuage any thoughts of workers not being treated well at my burger joint. It's not like the same waiter who like takes your order is going to be the same one. It's the same costume, but it's different people because you swap out. Because you can only really be in those costumes for like 15 minutes.
Okay. Right. Okay. And who would cook in that? Anyway, safety hazards, health hazards.
The chefs don't wear costumes. They all wear novelty hats.
And clothes, right?
And clothes, yeah.
Yeah, and clothes.
Just the hats.
Health and
just
safety.
The hats.
Well, aprons. They wear aprons.
They wear a hat and an apron. Can I work there?
This is like an iconic place now, though. Like, people walking around in animal mascot costumes, but the chefs are naked except for chef aprons and novelty hats.
They can wear underwear if they want.
No.
But only if they want.
Only if they want.
Only if they want to.
But like it's it's like one of those nudist. It's like a clothing optional restaurant, but only for the chefs. People who come into the restaurant must wear clothes.
Right.
And it's look, don't touch.
Right.
Of course. And it's not even look because they're in the kitchen. So
right.
It's really just for them.
It's don't look, don't touch.
Yeah.
Taya is working as a waitress here. In Burger Palooza, and she greets them, and then she's like, "Oh no, you're supposed to be 18 to start working here. Yugi and Joey are gonna give away the fact that I'm a high school student, and I'm gonna get fired, and my dream of becoming a ballet dancer will never come true."
Now, there is. I'm not going to point out all of the differences in the adaptations for this one, but there is one that makes more sense to me. In the Japanese version, the reason why she's worried is that part-time jobs are against school rules, and
that makes sense.
And since she doesn't know Yugi and Joey very well, she's afraid that they'll start talking about it at school, and that it'll get her fired because of that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. yeah, either way, she's very concerned that these two Dutzes are going to ruin her whole dream.
You know how
these
how
two
scared
clown
she is?
emojis.
She walks up to them. Well, no, but they're both like, "Oh, Taya's really nice. We should get to know her." And then she walks up with the most devilish face, and I don't know what she says, but she says it very quickly, and then she post-sends it, "Would you like some ketchup?" and sprays ketchup, and I lost everything. I started laughing so hard at her "Would you like some ketchup" delivery. She delivers that line, and then she tells them why she's there, and that she's trying to raise money to be a ballet dancer, and she expects them to laugh at her and make fun of her, but instead they're like, okay.
Yeah, Joey's like, we support fellow members of the working class.
Yeah.
Basically.
I'm a patron of the arts.
Like, he has a good line of, you gotta do what you gotta do. You like what you like, and it was a very good,
hey, it does what
Joey.
it do, Taya.
It does what it do,
It does what it do, Taya.
It does what it do.
And then she's like, oh my god, friends.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it does what it do.
And then Taya unlocked friendship.
I unlocked friendship.
And then after that, the next day or whatever, they put a note in her locker that says, hey, we found this studio for ballet dancing. Let's go. And she goes, and then she gets mugged.
Yeah.
I was a little confused on
because
that.
Because it was like a warehouse, right?
So
like an abandoned warehouse.
They couldn't have like sent that note. Like it had to have been the person who was trying to assault her, right?
Yeah. So, in the original version, the note says that that it's like a threat to that they'll give away the Burger Palooza, like they'll give up the goose and spill the beans.
Okay.
If
it's interesting that they framed it as Joey and Yugi like trying to tell her to go somewhere, just considering that like she does, the next scene is her going into abandoned like schoolhouse or whatever.
Yeah.
And then getting assaulted by
so this
bad man.
This mugger comes in and it's like, hey, give me all your money. And I'm not sure how much money a high school student usually carries with them. But she does have a job, so an amount.
There.
Maybe all of it. Maybe she doesn't trust the banks.
Maybe Taya doesn't trust the banks.
Which is so valid.
Taya's anti-bank.
Taya stuffs all of her money into her mattress.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Same. And then Yugi comes in and he's like, let go of her, and then fights off the attacker. And then Taya bites the attacker, and they both get owned. And then Big Yugi comes, and then challenges the mugger to a game.
Yeah. So this is something that is pretty consistent from what I understand about Season 0.
Yeah,
is that Duel Monsters isn't a thing really, and Yugi isn't into it at this point.
I hadn't stolen it from the pyramids yet.
I mean, I'm sure it exists canonically because this is only like a year before the events of the normal anime, but I don't know. But like Yuki basically like goes around and like beats up criminals and murders criminals through twisted games that he comes up with.
Fun.
Sounds like No Game, No Life.
Yeah, it's very. We'll get into Season 0 at some point.
We'll get into No Game, No Life.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, we won't.
No, we won't.
I promise
no, we won't.
Not.
I cannot. I don't know when we'll get to Season 0, but it'll happen at some point.
We already did it, Mars.
Oh no!
This has been Season 0 the whole time. Haven't you noticed that me and Ray have been talking about a completely different show?
Yeah, really. Everything Mars says just lines up.
Check out the hidden cameras. Actually, it's just a hidden microphone because this is an audio medium.
Yugi beats this guy at a draw card game and mind crushes him and uses the words crush.
He does a brain shatter on the man.
And we never hear from this man again because he's dead.
He got so brain shattered that he just dies.
Have you ever wondered why there's so many graveyards in the card graveyard?
Because Yugi keeps brain shattering people.
Thank you.
That silly little scamp always brain shattering people. That guy had it coming. He had it coming. I'm just gonna say it. Maybe Kaiba didn't, but that guy had it coming. Kaiba also had it coming.
Hey, can I read one sentence from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wiki that does not pertain I think it pertains to season 0. And I just want to read this because holy moly.
Yes, please
Holy
read
moly?
it.
Seto Kaiba, and I'm not going to read
Yes.
any more. I'm not going to give any context for this because I don't want to know.
Just Seto Kaiba, that's it.
Just Seto Kaiba.
Seto Kaiba forced Yugi Moto to participate in Death Tea, a theme park designed to kill him.
I need to watch this.
Hello?
This is on the wiki page for the Mind Crush.
You can't give us any more context. That's it. That's the statement.
I've closed the page. There's no more context, and we don't want to hear any more context.
Until season 0.
Until we cover season 0.
So back in the present day.
Wow.
Yeah, so just sit on that.
Yeah, I still don't understand what Death Tea is, but let's continue.
I think that's just the name of the theme park.
I was gonna say it's what trans boys take when they want to become the Grim Reaper. Just a little fun joke I came up with. So Yu-Gi-Oh happens.
So they're in front of a door.
So yeah.
And they have to use their Keyblade to get inside.
They do use their Keyblades.
Flashback over.
Yes, back in present day.
Yeah, Yugi beats up the mugger, and it's just like, hooray! Beats up, he kills him. Anyway.
He brain shatters him.
So, Gang, goes up the many, many stairs.
Because I can't afford elevators.
Yeah.
Accessibility isn't really an issue here. I just decided that on my own. I'm such a great boss.
I made sure that everybody that came to Duelist Island didn't use a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't read into that.
Wow.
Jesus Christ, Pegasus. What? I thought it was the sensible thing to do.
Uh-huh. Anyway.
It turns out like just one person in a wheelchair could wipe the floor with Pegasus, but there's no accessibility on Duelist Kingdom.
Gee, Pegasus, that's really rude.
I've been called ableist before, but I don't know what that word means. It's much too big.
Yeah, this mystery person in a wheelchair is legit the strongest duelist that anybody that ever existed.
Yeah.
The gang goes up all of these stairs, and guess who's at the top? It's Kaiba.
Makaiba.
If it was
it's Makaiba.
Makaiba.
No. Tips Fedora. Makaiba.
Tips Blue Eyes.
Oh, gee. We can't. So we can't, but I did it.
You did it. Kaiba challenges Yugi to a duel and won't let them into the door without a duel.
Yeah. He's like, hey, I've changed. Like, I've got the heart of the cards now.
And Yugi's like, I feel it.
And Yugi's like, yeah, I guess so. And Grandpa taught me never to ignore the heart of the cards, I guess.
Grandpa told me never to say no to a duel lest I die.
Lest you die instantly, Yugi, you have to say yes to everything. It's like when you see another trainer in Pokemon.
Okay,
I don't think
Grandpa.
Pokemon exists in this universe, Grandpa.
What if it did?
Ooh.
So, they decide, like, hey, yeah, alright, fine, we'll duel. Kaiba's like, the dueling arena has been prepared. And sure, it's...
On a precarious top of a rampart.
He says that, but it's not a dueling arena. It's just like the roof of a castle, and the sort of barrier, the wall, that's supposed to prevent people from falling off is wicked short.
Yep.
So this is definitely
Get at me, OSHA!
This is definitely a precarious position that they have put themselves in. Meanwhile, Bandit Keith is also here, and we don't care.
We don't care about Bandit Keith. We don't have
It
time.
It is interesting to see how, what's his name? What's the guard's name? The bouncer?
Chemo.
Yeah, it is interesting to see how, like, cordial Chemo is when he's not, like, harassing children. He's just like, go on in, sir. Have a wonderful day.
When you're in a sort of job like that, and you've got to wear multiple hats.
Yeah,
hats.
You've got to sort of put on different voices for different aspects of your job.
Yeah,
Sam.
Like, I'm kidnapping children, and right this way, sir. Have an awesome day.
And Pegasus, sir.
Pegasus, sir. I kidnapped another human being for you. He does that a lot. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He does.
So Kaiba and Yugi duel.
They do.
I'm not my job. It's just, it's part of the work. It pays well.
And this duel is lit.
This duel is wild.
Oh my goodness. This duel? You know this duel? Dang.
Hey.
Whoa.
Hey. Whoa.
This duel?
This duel?
Wow.
This one?
Hey, is this a good duel?
This duel?
A good
Here's the
duel?
I can't stress this enough. Uh-huh. This duel.
Did Yugi and Kaiba duel?
No.
Oh, okay.
So that's
Thanks
the end
for coming, everybody.
Thanks to everybody for coming to Deck of Friendship. No, so Kaiba is, he's coming into this. He wants to save his brother and Makuba. And, obviously because they're just reusing animation, that, they show a shot of him looking at the picture of Mokuba again. And every time that I'm reminded of that picture of Mokuba, I gain 5 years to my life.
Good, because I lose 3.
Just the face that he's making. Huh?
Big brother. What happens in this duel?
So this duel, it starts off pretty so they're using Kaiba's dual disc system again. This isn't.
So you can smell them.
You can smell them.
You gotta sniff those monsters. Oh God, that puts the rest of the episode in a really wild context for me.
Yeah. Right. This is another.
I didn't think of that.
Don't worry.
This is another smell-isode.
Yep.
So
this is our scratch and sniff episode of Deck of Friendship.
You got your Blue Eyes. You got your Battle Ox again. You got Lejin. You got Sagi the Dark Clown.
All your faves.
Karibo. Mammoth Graveyard. Oof.
Yeah, there's a lot. So okay. It sort of starts off with a lot of Kaiba is he summons a monster and Yugi destroys it, and then Kaiba's like, oh, this monster is powered up whenever I have monsters in my graveyard, and then Yugi destroys it, and then Kaiba's like, hey, how about this one? La Jin, the magical genie of the lamp. Which is a fairly, it's a pretty good monster on its own. It's got 1800 attack. It's got 1000 defense. But it's not enough to, Yugi's already got Dark Magician out. It's not enough to beat Dark Magician. But Kaiba activates the Ancient Lamp, which redirects the attack to Curse of Dragon, destroying it, which is a card that Yugi had out. I didn't say any of the names of the cards that were out so far, because
we named a few. There's a lot going on, and we need to keep moving. That's the only reason why we're skipping through parts of the duel. It's because this is a very big duel.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into
It is a 3-episode long duel.
Yeah, this first part is not very important to the rest of the duel. The meat of it...
Kaiba's collecting Blue Eyes White Dragons.
That is an important part, though. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. He's collecting them, and Yugi uses a card that probably doesn't exist that lets him see Kaiba's entire hand, and he's like, you're collecting Blue Eyes White Dragons! What the heck, dude? Why? Who put you on the planet?
Let's find out if this card is real. Yes, it is.
It is.
Really?
Yeah.
I only assumed it wasn't real because there is a made-up card in Cardfight Vanguard that does the same thing, and it's the only made-up card in the entire anime.
Huh. I mean, there's cards that let you see the other opponent's hand, and this is one of them.
That's wild to me.
Yeah.
That seems like a bridge too far. I'm like, no. You don't get to see my cards. There's a lot of using the other person's stuff against them in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah,
I'm just like, I'm not willing. Like I'm gonna summon a monster from your graveyard, and I'm like, okay, but you have to give it back.
I didn't tell you could do that.
Yeah, hang on a second. You need to keep your grubby little paws off of my deck.
Yeah, it's
that's
interesting.
My Dark Magician.
That's mine.
Because the way that Duel Monsters works is like the cards will absolutely play with every aspect of the game, and do basically every combination that you can think of. And it really allows for some truly wild stuff to happen. I swear, because I do play the game pretty off and on nowadays, but I do play the game through Duel Links. And there are some duels that I have had that have been as nail biting and as ridiculous as duels in this anime.
I was gonna make a joke about attacking the moon, but you can actually just do that.
Yeah.
So.
You can do that. That's a thing that can happen.
You know what I really like about the second part of this 3-episode set?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Kaiba destroys Swords of Revealing Light pretty early.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had him shook. He was like, no, not again.
That's the start of episode 2. He's just like, I'm gonna destroy this card. Oh no, you can't hold me for 3 turns, Yugi. Ooh woo.
Yeah.
Ooh woo, Yugi.
Yeah, sorry.
Whoa, what's this?
Swords of Revealing Light? Oh.
It's definitely interesting in this duel, Kaiba is surgically going through Yugi's deck and just
destroying every strat.
Yeah.
And making a lot of like comments that you usually only hear from the furry community. Like just throwing out an oh and an ooh. He keeps referring to his hands as his paws. It's it's fun.
It's to keep,
but it is a different side of Kaiba
it's
that
to
we
keep
have not seen
Yugi
before.
off his balance. Like, you never know what's coming.
I'm not rich anymore, Yugi. I invested all of it in one fursuit because that's how expensive they are.
I'm pretty sure Kaiba's a scaly. So Kaiba draws Kaiba draws D-Spell, which destroys Swords of Revealing Light. And Yugi's like, alright, so I can't attack Lijin, the mystical genie of the lamp. Oof. Because anytime that I would, it would just suck back into the ancient lamp, and the attack would be deflected.
Mm-hmm.
So
he does a magic trick.
He does a magic trick, and this is one
the
that we
same one
saw.
From last episode.
The same one from last episode.
They even reused the same exact animation. It was the spider in the box again. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. And Parrot and Docs reacted to it. They were like...
And they did a flip. And
then they did a flip.
And Joe's like, what are you guys doing here? And then they were never seen again.
Yeah.
Yugi...
None of that happens.
draws Mystic Box, right? And then uses the Eye of Truth to look at Kaiba's hand.
Yes.
And then uses Mystic Box to destroy the ancient lamp, right?
Yes. That's exactly what happens, yeah. Second verse, same as the first. Yugi is like, hey, Dark Magician, in the box, stabby, stab. Wait, but it's your thing.
It was a lamp.
Yeah, it was a lamp the whole time.
It was a lamp the whole time.
Hey, is no one gonna make the required Aladdin joke or
which one? What? Can you send it to me over Discord and then I'll make it?
Yeah, here.
Okay, I'm waiting.
There.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Yep. There. Yeah. Uh-huh. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There was a genie and a lamp. Cave of Wonders? Is that a joke?
No. I just wanted you to say those words. And you nailed it. Thanks.
Maybe I'm missing something here.
I feel like I'm missing everything, but
I mean, I'm always trying to strive for a Kingdom Hearts reference, but we're gonna move on.
We'll get there. I mean, we already did at least once this episode.
Yeah, on accident. That was an accident from my mouth. Kaiba
but you said a Keyblade.
Yes.
That wasn't an accident.
You can't accidentally say the words Keyblade.
I can and will, Mars.
Well, actually, that's not true. I do that all the time.
And I was like, Keyblade?
Yeah.
T. Kaiba uses draws a crush card, which you would think it'd be all ooh, oh, whoa, but it's actually a pretty cool card.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty epic.
It's a card that doesn't exist.
It does virus. It makes a virus.
Crush card just simply does not exist.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. It's kind of overpowered.
Yeah.
Wait. I found it.
Oh, never mind. I lied.
I found it. It exists.
It's a real card?
It is a real card, but don't do that. Let's save the crush card for the card corner.
Yeah, because that one was really fun. But in terms of this dual crush card, Kaiba summons Sagi the Dark Clown, which stands out in my mind as like a really good Kaiba card, maybe because of this duel.
Yeah, maybe.
And then sets the crush card with it, and then Yugi calls back Dark Magician. Is that allowed?
No.
He's like, Dark Magician, return. I'm like, this is not Pokemon.
No,
yes,
you can't do... so here's my thought on that, right? Is that I think what it's supposed to be is that in duels with Kaiba's dual disc, you're only allowed to have one monster out at a time, which is
that's what it seems like.
Which is almost consistent, except for the fact that at some point, I think in the first episode, Yugi has both Dark Magician and Curse of Dragon out at the same time, but at every other time, it's only the one monster.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It was weird to me that they made a point of that. But he uses Gaia the Fierce Knight instead, and then destroys Sagi the Dark Clown.
Which activates the Crush Card virus.
Mm-hmm.
The Crush Card virus will automatically destroy any monster that is summoned that has more than 1,500 attack.
Which is complete BS.
Right.
Which is wild, yeah.
And Yugi can't use those, essentially.
Yeah.
Anything over 1,500 attack he can't use.
Yeah, he in fact, next, apparently Kaiba passed his turn. In the next turn, Yugi draws the Summoned Skull, but is like, beans. I can't use this.
Beans. I can't use this.
Beans, Kaiba.
Beans, Yugi. My brother's soul was stolen. Beans.
You've really put me in a pickle, Kaiba.
Ooh, Yugi. And that's literally just their entire exchange from here on out. So we're just going to keep talking about...
Did you say Uwugi?
I did say Uwugi, and you know what?
I'm sorry. Okay,
it's a really good song on coffee and ramen.
Can we, I'm sorry, we have to... Sorry, we have to hold a quick press conference. Marble, would you get up on stage? Could you?
Yes. Okay.
Could you? All right.
Yeah, it's Marble. Oh my god.
So, my friends and colleagues, I stand before you today to deliver some
scribble.
What I consider enlightening news, but of course you all will have as much time and grief counseling as you deem necessary. But Uwugi.
Oh my gosh!
I need to report this immediately.
I will not be taking any further questions at this time. Goodbye.
Marble!
What? For those in the audience, Marble just left the call, and I don't know that I'm editing in the Discord call noise again.
That's fair. It was just a very funny thing for me to do.
It was very funny for us.
So I just want to, I want to address the elephant in the room that I'm sure everyone's thinking about regarding this duel.
That's the mammoth in the room?
Is it Mammoth Graveyard?
Well, more specifically, the feral imp not in the room. Considering it does fit the parameters of this card, and yet is never given an opportunity to shine.
Yeah.
And we saw Horn of the Unicorn, and I was like, hey.
Yeah, I think legitimately the last time we saw a feral imp, they did use the Horn of the Unicorn, so...
Mm-hmm. And so we get...
Where's the respect?
Yeah, and also I guess this sort of confirms that feral imp is not intended to be an electric monster, and that it's the Horn of the Unicorn that provides the electricity.
I told you this.
And I didn't believe you.
I know. Oh, no.
So...
I believed you, Ray, but only because I don't know anything about this game, so I had no reason to think otherwise.
You didn't believe me because electricity is a touchy subject for us because Raikou was in Detective Pikachu.
Raikou was not... Okay, alright.
Ray. Oh, no.
Ray, you are the only one who opens up this wound.
This is like 5 weeks, after the fact.
Yeah?
Maybe more. I don't even know.
Did I ever say I was letting it go?
It's definitely more than 5 weeks.
Oh, Ray, do you...
Elsa didn't teach a baby.
Do we need to have an intervention?
No. Let's talk about Mammoth Graveyard. And
hold on.
Ray, I don't know if this is intentional, but you sound so pissed.
Hey, Raymond?
Yeah.
Raymond?
Yeah.
That episode went out 10 weeks ago.
That's great. Good for us. We're episodes ahead now.
Just a cursory Google search really quick. Just to satisfy.
Yeah, let's just really quick.
Raikou in Detective Pikachu.
Here, I'll humor you two.
Let's see.
Here's every live action Pokemon cameo in Detective Pikachu.
Ray, can I ask you a serious question?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever said which scene the Raikou is in?
No.
What scene is the Raikou in?
It's a background scene, and I don't know which one it was.
What do you mean, background scene?
It's a scene where it's in the background.
It's a scene taking place on a lower layer that we don't see.
Here's the thing: is that here's the thing. I think that maybe even if the Raikou isn't visible, I still believe it's there.
I mean, there's certainly
it.
a Raikou in the universe of the movie.
No, I think he's in the movie.
I think he's not. Okay, we gotta move on.
Yugi normal summons Silver Fang in defense position, and then Kaiba draws his second Blue Eyes White Dragon, and then also uses the gift of the mystical elf to give him some health, and Yugi's like, wow, he's being very methodical about this.
Thank you for the reminder. I forgot all of those very specific details.
And then Yugi uses Mammoth Graveyard, We've Come Full Elephant, and then gets Multiply and Horn of the Unicorn, and then uses Griffor and not Feral Limp.
Yeah. Who even is Griffor?
Griffor is nothing. Sorry. That was rude.
This is not the card corner, but Griffor's description says, this monster's tough hide deflects almost any attack.
Except for the ones it doesn't.
Hey, Griffor, you have a defense of 1500. Step off.
You've got a defense of 1500, and that's your best stat. Okay, Griffor. All right.
Okay, and then... What does he do? He attaches a Horn of the Unicorn onto it.
Yeah, he attaches the Horn of the Unicorn onto Griffor.
And kills Battleox.
Kills the Battleox. Kaiba draws the third Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Oh no!
And then he's like...
Ooh, woo. So yeah, anyway.
Okay, anyway,
Kaiba summons one of the Blue Eyes White Dragons.
And then they're like, there it is!
Yeah.
You did it!
Finally! You've had that in your hand for so long. Why didn't you summon it? Yuki summons Giant Soldier Stone, defense position, and now for the real stuff, because Kaiba draws Polymerization.
And we get a cool card effect.
We get a very cool... Yeah.
On his hand.
It is exactly like...
It's so much like...
We're stupid! This is dumb!
Kaiba draws Polymerization and activates it to fuse all Blue Eyes White Dragons that he has into the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
My perfect ultimate great moth!
My perfect ultimate great dragon!
Hey. My perfect ultimate Blue Eyes ultimate perfect insect white insect.
My perfect ultimate feral imp!
Marvel, is that you?
So the Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth, which we didn't even actually see in the episode, that has a pretty monstrous attack of 3,500, but the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, that has an attack of 4,500, 1,000 points more. It is certainly the biggest attack points.
You know what that means? Seen. The Blue Eyes White Dragon is in the same card class as the Perfect Ultimate Great Moth.
This is a Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth class monster.
Did y'all see the Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth in the background scene in this episode?
Yeah, yeah. Weevil was flying through it, like heading towards the castle. Because he was off the island and then summoned the Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth and was coming back. He'll be in the finals. Anyway. Next episode.
Next episode. Yeah, anyway, the Perfectly Ultimate... No, not that. The Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon destroys the Soldier of Stone. And then we move on to the next episode, which is where it gets real.
Yep.
Like, the duel has, up to this point, been really fun to watch, really engaging.
Most of it pretty, like, standard duel stuff.
Yeah, most of it's standard duel stuff that, like, I feel like is grounded in how the game would, for the most part, actually work.
You want to hear what Yugi do?
You want to hear what Yugi do?
He does what he do.
First thing Yugi do.
What does Yugi do?
What would Yugi do?
Yugi uses #Karibo.
Yeah, this is our
He
first...
does use hashtag Karibo.
This is our first introduction to Karibo.
No, it's not.
We've seen Karibo before, just not in...
Something crawls into its mouth and then explodes, and it's horrific.
Yep.
Oh, you're right.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, this is the first
This
time
is the
Karibo shines.
the first scene where we got to see Karibo not die horrifically.
Yep.
Not die horrifically and instantly so much that Mars forgot about him.
Yep, remember that? And then uses Multiply. And
Yes.
just makes a wall of Karibos to defend himself?
Which I love
It's
so,
super cute.
so much.
Yeah, so, we gotta talk about Multiply, I guess. Is this a real card? Yes.
Sure.
Yes, it is. So, just so, again, Crush
Is that how it works?
Kind of. It's not like, okay, I'm just gonna read it to you.
Okay.
Verbatim, and I'm gonna see how it hits you. Okay. Tribute 1 Face Up Karibo. Special summon as many Karibo tokens as possible in defense position. These tokens cannot be attributed for a tribute summon.
I had this card, now that I remember. I had this card.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 things. 1, I wish there was one for Feral Imp. 2, I made a mistake earlier. Feral Imp is too strong to be summoned.
Oh!
It's 1300.
Heck yeah!
No, wait.
1300.
No, it's 1500
It's
is the limit.
1500.
I thought it was 1200.
No, it's
No.
1500.
Most of
Oh.
the monster he uses are 1200, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
So Feral Imp could still be in
Feral
play,
Imp could still
hypothetically.
be in play.
So Shade
And
still applied.
if Multiply worked the way it does in the show, then he would have an army of Feral Imps.
He would, yeah.
you want-
which
wanna
I
see
do
that?
love imagining. Yes.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Because really, this strategy could have worked with any of his monsters. Actually, wait, hold on. How does it... No, it wouldn't have, because in the anime, it only works with monsters with 500 attack or less.
That's cute.
Oh.
Yeah.
So...
I did find this cute little figurine of Feral Imp that I posted in our group chat.
Oh, that is cute.
Aw, that is cute.
Yeah, I really want it.
That would be, yeah.
Hey, can I start a GoFundMe?
To get that little toy.
For Marble, specifically.
Aww. Raymond.
And from this point on, it gets a little bit sad for Kaiba.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, Yugi cannot be attacked at this point, because there's so many Karibos that any attack that Kaiba does instantly fails because the Karibo wall just regenerates itself. Yugi then sort of beats Kaiba a little bit while he's down, although not like Kaiba...
Not maliciously.
Not maliciously. And also, Yugi doesn't really know, like, none of them really know what's going on with Kaiba. And also, like, it's not like Kaiba would have held back. So
That is absolutely true, and we do see that firsthand.
yeah. So Yugi draws the living arrow. There's a card that has similar art, but the card does not exist in the game in that function.
Okay.
So the living arrow does
Mm-hmm. Please.
something. It essentially, so Yugi uses it with polymerization and the Mammoth Graveyard which fuses the Mammoth Graveyard with the Living Arrow, which is a spell card, which normally that wouldn't work, but whatever. And then fires the Living Arrow at the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, fusing it with the Mammoth Graveyard. But since the Mammoth Graveyard is undead, it doesn't work properly, meaning that the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon loses 20 or 1200 attack each turn. And melts. It melts also.
Yeah, it is extremely disgusting.
It's so gross to look at.
Mm-hmm. It's
literally rotting.
Hey, welcome to Scent of Friendship.
That's all I was thinking of the entire time. Is like, oof.
Hey,
this can't smell good.
First question: what does Ultimate Blue Eyes Dragon smell like?
Smells like an extremely well kept mansion.
Okay,
just like everything is clean and new and nice.
I think,
and just like
I think I'm gonna turn it on its head. I think that Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon on its own, non-melted, smells like a what's it called? Hold on, give me a second. Don't say anything funny until I look this up.
Something funny.
Shoot, Ray! What did I
just say?
Ray!
Look,
Ray, I trusted you.
you shouldn't. First mistake.
Oh, God, what is the candy?
What?
It's the one that inflates your head in the commercials.
Airheads.
Airheads.
Yeah, I think that regular Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon smells like Airheads.
Smells like Airheads. Any specific Airhead?
Cherry.
I think it's like a mix of them. Like if you put all of the Airheads,
Like how you could like twist them together.
yeah,
Oh,
if you
God.
put all of the Airheads
Anybody else used to
together
do that?
and then
Okay, I like this. All right,
then that would be the smell. And then when the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon rots,
no, wait, no.
okay, hold on, yeah,
No. That's
Yeah.
not. No. Follow me here.
okay,
So it's a clean mansion full of airheads, right? Okay.
yeah, sure.
Hold on to that scent. What does Mammoth Graveyard smell like?
Oh, I see where you're going with this. Mammoth Graveyard smells like
Sulfur.
sulfur,
That's
dust.
definitely part of it.
Like
The body of Mufasa.
there's this faint.
Your crushed hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
There's this faint meat smell, but you don't know where it's coming from.
Oh,
Because there's
I hate-
no meat on the bones.
Yeah.
But you still smell it because of
You
scent
still
memory.
smell the meat.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So take that, shove it into the mansion full of airheads.
So you're basically like,
Polymerize
this.
it for me.
okay, so I'm gonna take a stick of beef jerky
Okay?
and a package of Airheads, and I'm gonna put them in the blender.
And then
we're
you're
gonna
gonna
see how
leave
that
it there for
goes.
5 days.
I'm gonna leave it there for 5 days, and that's what the rotted Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon smells like.
Gah! By a scent of friendship. That's it.
And that's the true taste of the mystery flavor Airhead.
I think they probably did have, like, Blue Eyes promotional Airheads at some point.
Time to Google.
Yeah, please Google that.
Oh my god.
We still gotta try that cereal.
I know,
Yeah,
I know.
I know we do.
I'm going to the mall next week, and I'm gonna pick some up because it's only at one store that I'm not naming because I'm mad at them for.
You can get it online, but there's shipping.
Yeah, but like only one place it's like an exclusive deal or whatever. So like you can't just go to your heckin' local grocer's market and pick up a bag of Blue Eyes White Dragon.
So, essentially Yugi turns Mammoth Graveyard into an arrow just like in Digimon, throws it at Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and fuses them together. Yeah?
Yes.
That's terrible.
Yeah, and here's the thing, it's gross too, because the Mammoth Graveyard just sort of pops out of the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon's chest.
Like a heckin' xenomorph.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Oh, I can smell the beef jerky and Airheads.
Yeah, so...
I think jerky's a little too generous.
The rotting beef jerky after 5 days.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
so...
There's all gone.
You could just call it the Airheads mystery flavor.
I'm literally gagging thinking about like the
It's-
mold and the.
so it's like beef jerky, but without the salt.
I hate this.
Airheads mystery.
Yeah.
End this.
Uh,
Let's take it to
Okay.
the end, folks.
Okay, so Kaiba just starts attacking as his ultimate dragon just loses attack, and he's not able to get through this wall of Karibo.
And then he has an internal breakdown.
He does. He has this like full body shutdown of like, this is it. I've lost. Like, there's no way that I can save Mokuba now. Not even considering the idea of like, hey Yugi, you're already taking 5 other people into the castle with you. Can I come with?
I'll just go and storm the castle.
This thought just never occurs to Kaiba. Like, yeah, maybe, you know, we could all, like, if one of us beats Pegasus, then, like, surely he'll have to set everybody free, right? Nobody has that thought.
Okay, I don't want to just put the blame on Kaiba because the gang also doesn't say it.
Yugi doesn't have that thought either, and neither does any of the other gang. Anybody else in the gang.
But the thing is, they don't understand each other's motivation still.
Yeah. The really, like, I mean, they know that Kaiba is trying to save Mokuba's soul, but...
Do they? Does he say that? He says it, but
He
no
does
one
say
reacts to it.
He says it at the end, and I think the reason why no one reacts to it is because they said it in one of the earlier episodes when when Kaiba faced Joey.
I mean, he's here to save Mokuba, but now the soul is also at stake.
Yeah, maybe he never... Oh, right, yeah, because he didn't know about the soul thing at the time, so I guess this is the first time it's coming up that Mokuba's soul has been stolen, and nobody seems to care.
No one, it's never brought up proper that Mokuba's soul has been taken.
I mean, to be fair, there is a lot happening in that moment, and he just sort of mentions the soul thing as a throwaway line.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
yeah, he's going into a spiraling depression.
And there's this vision that he has of, he's seeing the back of the rotting ultimate dragon, and Mokuba is reaching his hand out, calling out to Kaiba, and
then Kaiba's younger self tries to reach out for him.
Yeah, astral projects out of his body and runs it at Mokuba.
And then the rotting blue eyes falls apart, and with Mokuba with it, which is a dark scene.
Which is very gross and very dark. And little Kaiba starts to yell at Big Kaiba, "You failed. What, you were supposed to protect him. Why didn't you save him?" Which is rough. It's rough. It basically gets rougher from here, to be honest.
I mean, we're at the end of the duel. We should talk about it.
Yeah, there's a reason we started this episode kind of like walking on eggshells.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kaiba knows he can't win.
Yeah.
And gives Yugi an ultimatum.
Mm-hmm.
And he steps towards the ramparts and says, "You can attack my blue eyes with your Celtic Guardian and end it, or I'll use Reborn the Monster, and I'll attack you with this head." We'll talk about that never again. This dragon head that has 3,000 life points. But if you attack me, the waves from the attack might push me off this rampart to my death.
Yeah, like, Kaiba is, like there's this big, like, real human stakes to this duel now. Like, and it's not just with Yugi, you know, because this has happened sort of before, of like the villain in the duel, especially the eliminators, of like there is life or death stakes to this duel, but it's all on you. If you beat me or whatever, or if you don't win, you'll either be directly killed or you'll die eventually.
Yeah.
And Kaiba is turning that around on him, like you don't have to just think about yourself on this one. Like,
if you win this duel, you will be killing me.
Yeah, this is a choice you have to make. And
Big Yugi's saying yes.
And Big Yugi's saying yes, but Little Yugi is saying no.
And Taya is also saying no.
And
That's important.
This is the first time that we've seen Yugi and Yami Yugi have a difference of opinion.
And it's a pretty big thing to have a difference of opinion on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Big Yug, who is sort of in control right now, orders Celtic Guardian to attack the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and Taya is like, "No, you can't," and starts running at Yugi, and Little Yug makes the decision to cancel the attack and regain control of the body, and he collapses to the floor.
And
he's sobbing.
And he loses the duel.
He loses the duel and crying because he lost control of this thing he doesn't really understand and is now scared of it. So scared that he doesn't want to duel anymore, ever.
And that means he won't be able to save his grandpa's soul.
Yeah, and everybody just sort of resigns to the fact that, like, Taya says, "I'm sorry about your grandpa, but this was the right thing to do."
Yeah.
Like, this is rough.
Mm-hmm.
This is genuinely rough stuff. This is like the moment in Yugi's character where he is, like, at his lowest. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, absolutely, yeah. And, like, the thing is that this is the highest stakes match we've seen so far.
Yeah.
Like, by far.
By
and for
far.
it to end this way is, like, it's wild. We've never seen Yugi lose.
Mm-hmm.
Never.
And he lost in the biggest way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't just a defeat because he was going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he had the upper hand in every single way, and he could have ended the duel himself. He had to make the decision to lose
so that he didn't kill Kaiba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Kaiba was willing to throw his life away for his brother.
I'm still reeling.
And
I know.
And here's the thing, up to this point, everyone who has noticed that there's a difference between the two Yugs has sort of agreed that oh, this big Yug seems to be an overall good force, seems to be helpful, and seems to get us out of situations all the time. And this is the first time, really, that we've seen in the show them being like, actually, Yami Yugi is kind of messed up a little bit. He's operating on some sort of different level that we are not.
He's not compassionate for human life.
Yeah. And that's wild. And we've joked before about how Yami Yugi is like an anime villain. And this is the first time in the show that we're seeing that in his actions as well as in his whole look and aesthetic, he has the capacity to
be evil.
To be the exact same kind of people that Yami Bakura and Pegasus are. Mm-hmm. And that's really wild.
This episode ended on a really rough note because it broke Yugi's spirit, and Kaiba used some really underhanded tactics and threw away his life to win this duel. Mm-hmm. But I'm really excited to see how everybody recovers from it. That's what I'm looking forward to.
And Kaiba is a jerk till the end.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's like
wow, you couldn't kill me, Yugi.
Yeah,
what?
And here's the thing. I will say, usually in situations where, there's high stakes and then the antagonist is not remorseful at all, it's usually, extremely, open-ended and, purposefully unsatisfying. And in this case, it definitely was. But it was nice to see Taya say everything that I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Taya just lays into Kaiba in the best way. This is truly Taya's power of friendship moment, if there ever has been, because she is ready to go down defending Yugi. Just verbally anyways.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Taya makes all these remarks and Kaiba can say something about his brother and his relationship with his brother, and he doesn't.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? It's Kaiba's Yugi lost the game, right? And Taya's who cares about the game? Look at what's happening. Look at what's going on. Look at, how this has affected people. And, even if he lost, he's still human. He still has a heart. He still has compassion. And he still has us. And what do you have, Kaiba? And he has nothing to say. This is the first time also that somebody has laid into Kaiba, and Kaiba doesn't have any smart remarks to fling back.
Yep. And that's good.
Yeah.
He just walks away saying, in a huff, an emotionally defeated huff, I have what I need. And that's kind of the episode. It ends on a real dour note.
I mean, yeah, we have the biggest challenge coming up.
Yeah.
How's Yugi gonna get in?
Yeah. What did we think about these episodes?
Oof of friendship. I'm emotionally, invested in this, so... Oh, yeah. So much. I teared up. I don't know.
I was tearing up.
This was so much.
It was so emotional.
This was so much. I don't wow.
What really got me is that there were a bunch of really different morals and motivations coming to a head, and it was really intense and emotional. And it hit me, and everybody had their reasons, and Kaiba was a jerk, but he had his reasons, but did he do it right?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's this episode is very much unlike, or these three episodes, very much unlike anything that we've seen so far, and yet it is built off of everything we've seen so far. Mm-hmm. All of the character decisions and all of everybody's motivations and all of it is coming out ahead right here. And this is the tipping point. And what happens after this, we don't know, but
what happens after this is, can they recover from this and take down Pegasus?
Exactly. And
how do they recover from this?
Yeah, it's wild. It is absolutely wild. I love these episodes, truly, and I loved them, but I'm walking away feeling like I wouldn't anyway, but I don't feel like I can rewatch these episodes until I see how it concludes.
Yeah.
I still feel upset.
It is upsetting. It is very upsetting.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Like, yeah, it's upsetting.
These were the darkest episodes we have seen. Even darker than the ones that were literally about mortality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're not doing Card Corner this week. We covered a lot of cards.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Let's close out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it would be a weird shift in tone to now be like, oh, look at these goofy, wacky, blue eyes white dragons.
Yeah. I mean, there was a part in the episode where the Dark Magician wagged his finger, and I did like that.
I did like that a lot. That was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. I would say overall, I loved these episodes.
No, they're
just
great.
Because they were dark and they hit me really hard, like, that's why I love them.
Yeah, absolutely.
This changes everything. Like, everything. Like, I thought Yugi would keep his plot armor, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't. He lost.
Yeah. They were good episodes.
Yeah, it really, really good episodes.
I'd like to talk about my friend Marble Gamer Cantus, not middle name Gamer.
Hey, yeah, I was gonna say I have some pretty exciting news.
Yeah!
Do it.
As of this recording, which is on August 1st, I currently only have 11 more days until I am officially unemployed because I put my 2 weeks in.
Yeah!
Just a couple days ago. I'm very excited about it. I've had like a lot of great support come out of this, and I'm going to try my best to make content full time. There's lots of ways that you can support me if you would like to do so. I have streams on twitch.com it's not twitch.com at twitch.tv/MarbleCantus. That's Marble and then Cantus. You can find me on Twitter at the same @MarbleCantus.
Don't type marbled cactus.
If you do that, you'll get, let me find out.
A cactus filled with vanilla and chocolate cake, and it's disgusting.
Ooh, actually, hold on.
Mars, no!
Cacti and marbled cactus on Etsy. Oh, yeah, so they're like marble cactus pots. That's fun.
Oh, that's cute,
actually.
Oh, that is cute.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a pickle.
All right, so maybe Google marbled cantus, marbled cactus. But before you do that,
look up Marble Cantus.
Look up marbled
so
cantus.
I have streams. And there's lots of ways to support me there. You know, there's like, you can support me on Patreon, and it gets you some fun stuff between my server, or my Discord server, I should say, my webcomic. You get early access to some stuff. Now that I don't have a job, I'll have way more time to populate it with content. Right now, if you donate to it, it's mostly just to support me. You'll get a fun backlog of stuff, including full resolution versions of all my webcomic pages that have come out so far. But most of it is like, you know, you're going to get a lot of sneak peeks. You're going to get concept art at a certain tier. And yeah, so I think that it's a fun deal if you're interested. And yeah, it would really, like, every even small amount goes a long way to helping me sustain myself full time. I'm also taking commissions for both art and stream layouts. Stream layouts are still kind of in the beta phase for me. Like, I'm still I don't have like an exact like pricing system set up, so it's kind of going to be like, you know, on a discretionary basis, just like whatever we discuss, and I'll work with you and we'll figure it out how much that's going to be. So it's kind of going to be like case by case. So yeah, if you're interested in supporting me, there's lots of ways to do it. And yeah, I guess this is it. This is my attempt to make a living off of my content, something that I've wanted to do since I was in like high school, but never felt possible until now. So yeah, it's really happening, and I have 11 grueling days ahead, just biding my time until my last day. But after my last day, I'm gonna do a 24-hour stream the weekend after. Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's not gonna be like a charity event or anything. It's mostly just gonna be because I can now. Like,
sure.
I can just do it whenever I want, so I'm gonna do it.
That's awesome. That's amazing.
But I
didn't even know about that.
Yeah, I think I brought it up like 1 or 2 times on stream before, but like obviously y'all are invited. I'll talk more about it closer to the event. I mean, I guess I'll have to talk about it tomorrow since it's gonna be 2 weeks from tomorrow. But either way, it's gonna be a fun time, and I hope to see everybody there. And gay rights.
Gay rights.
Gay rights. Hey, you two.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey,
hello.
Hey, you crazy gamers.
I'm a crazy gamer.
I'm a crazy gamer.
It's me, Marble Crazy Gamer Kansas.
I've got 4 reviews. 4.
You're lying.
4 iTunes reviews.
You're lying.
Can we split them up?
We can split them up, absolutely. So,
there's no way.
Yeah, there are 4 of them.
All right. The one in Molly gave us a 5-star review and said, "This is the content I subscribe for. I never knew anything or cared about Yu-Gi-Oh, but then I listened to this good podcast and I'm a changed woman. Oh, whoa! Out of 10.
Aw.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, the one and Molly.
You're a treasure.
You're an absolute treasure. Thank you so much. I've got a 5-star review from Malila Sack, who says, "Who knew I liked Yu-Gi-Oh?"
Me? Wow, that was me when this podcast started.
Before this podcast, I had pretty much no interest in Yu-Gi-Oh! But with the lovely energy produced by these hosts, it has really hooked me. Great for binging and looking forward to every week. Deck of Friendship really is just wholesome fun. Good references, provides representation, great atmosphere, and hilarious hosts. What else could you need in a podcast? I could gush for hours.
Aww, thanks, everyone.
That is unbelievably sweet. Thank you so much.
That is so nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a 5-star review by Snake Doodles, and they say, "A very nice and good podcast. Whether or not you're a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, this podcast is a delight. Deck of Friendship is a truly apt name, as the friendship between the 3 hosts is evident in their goofs and banter. Listening to it feels like hanging out on the playground during recess and talking to friends about the latest episodes of Saturday morning cartoons. Deck of Friendship has everything from crazy theories about Derek Tsunami being inside the island to in-depth analysis of classism in the show. Every week I'm excited to hear Mars, Ray, and Marbles, opinions on new episodes, and just to laugh along with them. Deck of Friendship is well worth your listen."
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love the comparison to kids on the playground.
Yeah, I love that a lot.
I never thought of it that way, but like now that you mention it, I'm like, wow, that's awesome.
I'm on the swing.
Yeah, definitely not I don't think it's not a vibe that we've talked about going for.
It just sort of happened.
But but just like with us coming together, it's just sort of the vibe that happened. I've got a 5-star review from by_Onicle.
That is the best name you could possibly have, and I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah, that's really good.
Incredible name. Wonderful. They say an Exodia class podcast.
I love that.
That's incredible. Never did I think that in 2019 there would still be good content to be had from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! But boy howdy, these great goofy pals prove me wrong every week. They have a great dynamic that never fails to make me laugh, and I can't wait to hear more.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much, Bionicle.
So much.
Thank you all genuinely from the bottom of my heart for all of these amazing reviews. Legitimately 14 ratings with 12 reviews, all 5 stars. It's incredible. Like, we genuinely did not expect that people would be so into and just so into our podcast, and it really it means so much.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you genuinely. And I think our hand's been played. Thank you so much for listening to Deck of Friendship. If you enjoyed the show, it would really be cool if you left us a rating on iTunes. And if you leave us a rating, we'll read it out on the show.
On purpose.
With intent.
If you want to reach out to us, you can find us on Twitter at Friendship Deck or at our Gmail at deckofriendshippod@gmail.com. Our turn is over. It's your move.